Ay. Que se ha manchado la camiseta. Bueno, con la camiseta no se ha manchado. Bueno, lo puedo hacer con el trapito. Tiqui, 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 tiqui. Mejor, ¿no? Sí, papá. Bueno, es por el... Sí, pero no pasa nada. Hacemos así. Yo me pongo así y se acabó. Increíble, ¿eh? Cómo solucionamos la vida. Somos... es que increíble, tío. Bueno, hola, muy buenas a todos, gente, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo estáis? Bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo. Bienvenidos a un nuevo directo. Directo de The Council. Tengo que decir que iba a echarme una partida a un juego que me lo descargué ayer, que se llama... bueno, es de guerra, es un juego bélico. De... Enlist, creo que se llama. Algo así. Y chico, me hice como 2 o 3 partidas y me saqué unas partidazas que dije, chico, ¿esto qué es? Y nada, eso, básicamente, eso, eso es todo. Fíjate, que entretenida es mi vida. Ni, 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 na. No te porque no sé nada de ti. Eh, eh. Estaba con alguien, pero estoy free. Estoy para vivir en usted. Vale. Bueno, pues nada, gente, eso. Capítulo 3 de esta maravillosísima serie que me está gustando bastante, aunque hay cosas que estamos haciendo muy bien, pero no terminamos de ejecutar del todo el proyecto, pero bueno, no pasa nada. Lola está comiendo de fondo, ¿vale? Por eso escucháis como a un monstruo comerse a un humano agonizando. Es mi perra comiendo. Ya tengo el tatuaje prácticamente curado, así que nada. Iba a comentar lo del State of Play de ayer, pero mejor ni lo comento. Mejor ni eso. Coño. No sé si le he echado. Creo que le he echado azúcar. No estoy seguro. Maybe quema. El paraíso de Dante. Consultar notas. Dice, debemos dar con un modo más seguro de comunicarnos. Alguien va con nosotros. Confío en plena fe en el hombre que porta la espada. Baby quema. Vale. El hombre que porta la espada.
Carmelite water will give me a little reprieve. St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. A fierce opponent of the first Christians, St. Paul is suddenly struck by the call of Jesus Christ and converts. It's the best known conversion in Christian history, which teaches us that even enemies of Christ can be saved, and even become his greatest apostles after finding faith. From what I can recall, the account of his conversion could be found in the epistles to the Galatians, the Philippians, the Corinthians, and the Acts of the Apostles.
¿Y qué pasa?
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors, too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior. The door appears to be locked on the other side. I think I heard something fall to the ground, a metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor. So much for discretion.
Punto.
It's open.
Voy muy mal en este episodio, ¿eh?
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Voy muy mal, ¿eh? Luna. Shh, venga, ponte ahí. Déjalola. Venga, ponte ahí. Déjalola. Ahí, muy bien, cariño.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel. The New Testament. This book is incredibly precious. I believe this is the book my mother referred to when calling upon the Lord. This volume dates from the first edition by Gutenberg. It's the first book that was ever printed. The pages are covered in annotations in Latin, French, and Hebrew. Someone spent years studying this Bible.
Listo.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust. Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the apostles by Guido Reni. Amber crystals. What is this disc? There are burnt papers in the chimney.
Es el mismo que hemos visto antes,
There's a
¿no?
legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's
Sí, es
handwriting.
la misma.
She says, we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Hace ya tiempo que no sé nada de ti. El hombre de la espada. Un imán redondo.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Es 7, o sea, flipas, nada. Un imán.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini.
Ey. ¿Qué ha pasado aquí? Qué cosa más rara. La ha pasado al ordenador. De la espada. A ver. De la espada de este hombre.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Estoy totalmente perdido, ¿eh?
Dante's Paradise.
Raise your head and
Dante's
be reassured,
Paradise.
for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
No hay llave, no tengo llave.
St. Paul painted by Guido Rini. Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean? So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
Vale. Apóstol y 11. Aquí. Examinar libro. No. No. O sea, salir no del todo.
Then they suborned men, which said, "We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God."
Joder. Vete a la mierda.
For I through the law am dead to the law, that I might live unto God. And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet. A volume of the Gutenberg Bible. And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note. It's been folded carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
Oye al ángel. Oye al ángel. Oye al ángel. Oye al ángel. No puedo salir, ¿verdad? Oye. ¿Aquí? ¿Arpa? No, vale. Aquí. Observar el cuadro.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Aquí están.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Vale, este hombre que este hombre es este hombre.
Painting of Saint Mark from the collection of the Apostles by
¿No?
Guido Reni.
Pues no es, ¿no?
Saint Paul painted by Guido Reni.
Yo creo que aquí ya no hay nada café. O sea, me refiero en la habitación esa. Y puede que sea algo aquí. O aquí.
It's Saint John, painted by Guido Reni. Saint John is known as the youngest of Christ's apostles. Well, we often give credit to Saint John for having written about the apocalypse in the last book of the Bible.
Vale. Me suda la polla.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Tiene que haber algo aquí, tío.
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Un momento, gente. No sé qué coño pasa hoy con... No sé qué pasa hoy con el navegador. Que se me... Todo el rato se está... colgando. No sé qué coño pasa. No sé qué coño pasa. Vale. Tiki tiki. Ahora sí, supongo. Vale, ahora sí. Parece ser que ha tenido un lapsus. Ahora, espero que sí. Espero. Tío, tiene que ser algo de ahí. Y aquí no dice nada. Es que no me lo creo, tío. Que ya aquí no haya nada. Espero sus instrucciones. He encontrado el libro en sus pertenencias. Lo he escondido donde nadie podrá encontrarlo, se lo aseguro. Espero sus instrucciones. Oiré su respuesta como el que oye al ángel. Una túnica roja. Es que, tío, túnica roja es esto.
Painting of Saint Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni.
Pero le suda el cipote, ¿eh? O sea, le importa una puta mierda.
Dante's Paradise.
Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays. St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio. St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come? Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior. St. Paul is the only saint to be
San
presented
Pablo.
twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come?
San Pablo. San Pablo, San Pablo, ¿vale? Aquí San Pablo. A ver. ¿Vale? San Pablo.
Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord.
San Juan, San Mateo. No. Volver al principio. Pablo, 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 Pablo.
For we know that the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin.
No, le suda la polla eso.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Rini. St. Paul, painted by Guido Rini. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. What does
Roma,
that mean?
Roma 11. Roma
I
11.
say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Oh, wait. A note from Mother is carefully
Ahora
folded
sí.
between the pages here. What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
El más joven. El más joven es este.
St. John is the only apostle painted in this gallery who hasn't got a beard. Hey, wait! That means it's him. He's the youngest apostle. Right. This painting is therefore associated with the answer which E had to give to my mother. Now, I just need to know how to recover the answer. The painting looks like it's been taken down recently. But wasn't my mother said that she would wait for an answer hidden behind the apostle? Ah, of course. There's something written behind the painting. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
Uno a la izquierda, 3 a la derecha. Mi puta madre. Uno a la izquierda, 3 a la derecha.
It's St. John, painted by Guido Reni.
Uno a la izquierda, 3 a la derecha.
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean?
Voy a pegar un tiro.
There's nothing worth noticing here.
No hay nada.
It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Vale.
No, nothing of value here.
Vale. ¿Está
Little
cómodo?
characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
En hebreo que me como un nabo. Cago en la puta que parió. Qué mal el tío, qué mal este episodio,
St.
macho.
Paul painted by Guido Reni. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean?
Yo qué polla le pasa al director y tío. No lo entiendo, macho. No entiendo lo que le pasa. Sinceramente. ¿Qué te pasa, Lola? Vale, voy a mirar a ver si aquí puedo mirar el marco.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio. This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. While a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust, I can read the number 4.
Número 4. Es el número 4. El número 4. Número 4. El número 4. Tampoco.
Because we
Este.
look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
No. Revelación de Juan.
And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
Yo, muy complicado, en serio, ¿eh? Joder, qué difícil, tío.
There's something else behind this painting. It says, half
La
of
mitad de
each
cada
group
grupo se
will join
unirá
the
a la
first
primera
city
ciudad de
of Corinth.
Corinto.
What the hell
Corinto.
does that mean?
Vale, Corinto. Salir. Escucha lo que dice el ángel. Corinto. Vale, aquí no dice nada de Corinto. Nada de Corinto. Vale. La segunda mitad. Bueno, vamos a leerlos todos,
How
¿vale?
shall not the
Vamos a
ministration of the
leerlos
Spirit
todos de
not
Corinto,
be
todos.
glorious?
¿Vale? Aquí no es. Corintios. Aquí.
Now I pray to God that ye do no evil.
Muy
Not
difícil
that we
esta
should
parte, ¿eh?
appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest. For we are as reprobates.
¿Vale? No es. Corintios.
For
El
we
2.15.
are unto God a sweet savor of Christ, in them that are saved, and in them that perish.
Pues macho. Ah, vale, que hay dos.
Because we look not
De
at the
Corinto hay
things
dos.
that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen
Hecho,
are eternal.
no, una mitad ha dicho. No. De hecho, se dividirán en dos, ¿no?
For you
No
are
sé.
bought
Vamos
with a
a
price.
escucharlos
Therefore,
todos y ya está.
glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's.
Y encima, lo malo ha
The
sido
Jews
que no hemos
require a
quedado
sign, and the
sin
Greeks
energía.
seek after wisdom.
Pues nada, chico. Pues
Now, therefore,
jodidos que vamos.
there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Ah, look, here's a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
A Marco. El primer grupo.
And it came to pass in those days that
Seguiría
Jesus
Marco.
came from
Vamos a
Nazareth of
seguir a
Galilee
Marco.
and was baptized by John in Jordan.
Vale. 6 al parecer. 7 menos 1,
Then
6.
came together unto him the Pharisees, and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem.
No, pues no.
And as they did eat, Jesus took bread, and blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to them, and said, Take, eat, this is my body. And behold, there cometh one of the rulers of the synagogue, Jairus by name. And when he saw him, he fell at his feet. Then they suborned men, which said, We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God.
Joder.
How shall not the ministration of the Spirit not be more glorious? Take heed that ye practice your justice before men, to be seen differently by them. Otherwise, ye shall have no reward of your Father which is in heaven.
Mientras tanto, seguiré al grupo hasta Marco. Hasta Marco. Marco. Este no es.
There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust.
8.
8 in all.
8, 4, 11.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Ocho.
But
6, 8.
that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message. There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Pablo.
because we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Se retrocedieron sus pasos. A la izquierda.
If we have hope in Christ in this life only, we are, of all men, most miserable.
Cuando Pablo entendía que solo la actitud tiene validez, retrocedió varios pasos. Esperó confirmación a su izquierda en la compañía de los peregrinos.
But though we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed. This only
Vamos a
will I
leerlo
learn of
todo.
you. Receive ye the Spirit by the works of the law, or by the hearing of faith?
Luna,
For I through the law am dead to the law, that I might
deja
live unto God.
a Lola dormir tranquilita, cariño.
But when it pleased God, who separated me from my mother's womb, and called me by his grace, for we are unto God a sweet savor of Christ, in them that are saved, and in them that perish. How shall not the ministration of the Spirit not be more glorious? For what thanks can we render to God again for you, for all the joy we found in you before our God?
Confirmación a su izquierda, tío.
Thou hast put all things under his feet, for in that he put all in subjection under him. He left nothing that is not put under him. Even as it is meet for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both in my bonds, and in defense and confirmation of the gospel, ye all are partakers of my grace. Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that? Now I pray to God that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest, for we are as reprobates. On the second day, the pilgrims will listen to the prophecy of the young apostle. They shall add 1 companion to their left and 3 to their right to complete their rank. What does it mean?
No puedo hacer nada, tío. Es muy difícil, ¿eh? En serio. Segundo. Es que es a su izquierda. Cuando Pablo entendió que solo sus actos tenían validez, retrocedió sobre sus pasos. Esperó confirmación a su izquierda. Pero es que no dice nada de los peregrinos, tío. Si retrocedió en sus pasos, tuvo que ser aquí. En los romanos no puede ser. Entonces tendrá que ser aquí. Y aquí a confirmación a su
If we
izquierda.
have hope in Christ in this life only, we are, of all men, most miserable.
Pues me como un nabo.
For you are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and
Joder,
in
qué
your spirit,
complicado, tío.
which are God's.
Qué complicado, tío.
For the Jews require a sign, and the Greeks seek after wisdom.
Vale, pues uno,
It is
derecha.
of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them.
Vale,
And that
esta es
first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6.
el 6. Capítulo 6. Capítulo 6 es este, campeón.
For you are bought with a price. Therefore,
Y lo he leído
glorify
antes y
God
no me ha
in your
dicho
body
nada.
and in your spirit, which are God's.
Alucinante, tío. Capítulo 6. Capítulo 6,
Stand
14.
therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness.
Vale. Capítulo 6.
There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible,
Vale.
let's see tomorrow evening.
Esta es otra pista que ya hemos
Where we
encontrado.
reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe
Vale.
counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation
Espero confirmación a su izquierda.
in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Cerca de Pablo. Pero no es Pablo. Cerca de Pablo. Cerca de Pablo. Santiago.
What doth it profit
Vamos
to
a
know,
ir
brethren,
ya quitando
though a
Santiago,
man
venga
say he
Santiago.
hath faith, and have not works? Can faith save him?
Cerca de Pablo. A ver si hay aquí un capítulo 6. Capítulo 6, pero este ya tiene... O sea, este ya es un...
Or what man is there of you, whom, if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone? Peter, an apostle of Jesus Christ, to the strangers scattered throughout Pontus, Galatia, Cappadocia, Asia, and Bithynia. For ye were as sheep going astray, but are now returned unto the shepherd and bishop of your souls. For as much as ye know that ye were not redeemed with corruptible things, as silver and gold, from your vain conversation received by tradition from your fathers, And it came to pass in those days that Jesus came from Nazareth of Galilee, and was baptized by John in Jordan. And as they did eat, Jesus took bread, and blessed it, and broke it, and gave it to them, and said, Take, eat, this is my body. For I through the law am dead to the law, that I might live unto God.
Tío. O sea, estoy ya, en plan, estoy desesperado ya, ¿eh? Volvió sobre sus pasos, tío. Volvió sobre sus pasos. Y si es una segunda,
How shall not the ministration of the Spirit not be more glorious?
una segunda
Now
derecha.
I pray to God that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest, for we are as reprobates.
Una segunda
Because we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. For we are unto God a sweet savor of Christ, in them that are saved, and in them that perish.
Y romanos. De aquí no dice nada, ¿eh?
But though we, or an angel from heaven, preach any other gospel unto you than that which we have preached unto you, let him be accursed.
De aquí. Vale. Y aquí. Juan.
For I through the law am dead to the law, that I might live unto God.
Vale. Juan.
Hereby know that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his Spirit. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
Perdón. No tengo ni puta idea, gente.
And it came to
No
pass the day after
tengo ni puta
that he
idea.
went into a city called Nain, and many of his disciples went with him, and much people.
O sea,
But Jesus turned him about,
ni puta
and
idea.
when he saw her, he said, Daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith hath made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. And I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Saying with a loud voice, Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing.
Me cago en la puta que me parió.
S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note. Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door. A chest with the occult symbol representing air. St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number
Número
4.
4. Número 4. Vale, vamos a buscar el número 4, gente. Número 4. Nada. Número 4. Nada. Nada. Vale. Cuatro 18.
Because we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
Vale, este no es. Esta es la que he puesto ahora. Vale. Vale. Cuatro 8. 4
This
17.
I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind.
Vale. 4 17.
This I say
Vale,
therefore,
4 17
and
8.
testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind.
Vale. 4 17 hecho. 4 5.
Not in the lustful desire, even as the Gentiles who knew not God.
Vale. 4. Vale. No. Tampoco. 4
Hereby
13.
know that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his Spirit.
Tampoco. Y tampoco, tío, el 4, macho. 4 17. 4. 4 18. El 4 18 creo que ya está. 4:18. 4:17. 4:5.
Not in the lustful desire, even as the Gentiles who knew not God.
Mi puta madre no está. ¿Dónde estaba el 4? El 3:18.
He that believeth on him is not condemned, but he that believeth not is condemned already, because
Retrocede en
he
sus
hath
pasos,
not
tío.
believed in the name of the only begotten Son of God.
Retrocede en sus pasos. Retrocede en sus pasos, tío. A ver. Dice. Epílogo 2:2. Vale. 6:8. Hay ciertas complicaciones sin duda. Vale. Necesitas ayuda si esta noche no es posible. Tal. Vale. Perfecto. En la sala sur donde analiza la situación. Vale. Cuando Pablo entendió que solo sus actos tenían validez, retrocedió sobre sus pasos. Esperó confirmación a su izquierda en la compañía de los peregrinos que lo acompañan. O sea, que tiene que ser Epístola 2:2, ¿no? De Hebreo. Esta 6:8. Vale, pues entonces tiene que ser una Epístola de los Romanos 5:12.
Wherefore, as by one man sin entered into the world, and death by sin, and so death passed upon all men, for all have sinned.
Pues no es. Aquí.
But when it pleased God, who separated me from my mother's womb, and called me by his grace.
Y yo, en serio, no lo sé. Espérate, gente, ahora vengo. Ahí te quiero ver, ¿eh? Venga.
S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get
Sí,
their
voy a
hands
buscar
on
la
it.
solución.
I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply
Le
like
puedo
he who
pegar,
hears the
¿cuánto?
angel.
1 hora y 1/4 y
Hears the
no ha
angel?
hecho nada.
What does that mean?
No.
Oh, it's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note.
No. Vale, el 11-11 que lo hemos hecho ya. Vale. Vale. 6-8. 6-7. Vale. 6-7. Bien. Vale. Vale, hoy no puedo. Vale. Vale, 6-8. Esto es lo que llevamos nosotros haciendo. Si esta noche no te puedo acompañar, confirmación a la izquierda, sí. Vale. Peregrino cerca de... Vale. Apóstol. Vale. Apóstol. Hecho de apóstoles. 10-8.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that?
Yo qué sé, colega. O sea, no tengo ni puta idea. Bueno, pues nada, hemos hecho trampas, pero bueno. Eh, ¿A qué se refiere? ¿Con que puede ser una pesadilla? Yo qué sé, pues porque la pueden matar, ¿no? Supongo. Porque la pueden matar y por eso no está aquí, ¿no?
Clearly, she must be trying to do something useful, but what? Nightmare. Does that remind me of anything?
Es un objeto. Hombre, un objeto no va a ser. Un lugar es un concepto. Un objeto no va a ser. La pesadilla no va a ser un objeto. Un lugar es un concepto, porque la madre dijo...
Well,
Sí.
if it's a concept, I've got no idea what it is. I need to figure out what this means. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
Muy difícil, ¿eh? Sin ningún tipo de duda, lo más difícil que hemos hecho... Sin aliento... Ah. Entonces 3, 2, 5, 2, 4. Vale. Por favor, que acabe ya. Lo he hecho todo menos que lo he entendido el mensaje de mi madre. Perfecto. Cuatro. Vale. Nivel 1, nivel 1, nivel 1, nivel 1. Nivel 0, nivel 1, nivel 0, nivel 0. Perdón. Nivel 0, nivel 1, nivel 1. Nivel 1, nivel 2. Nivel 2. Nivel 0. Vale, quitar. Nivel 1. Vale. Un trágico final. Un trágico final, ¿por qué? Ah, vale. Puedo meterme un punto aquí. Porque en el... Ya tengo nivel 1. Vale. Pues me meto aquí. Sí.
It's time I went back and joined everyone in the small salon.
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
En la salita. ¿En la salita dónde está? Al principio. ¿O dónde? Abajo.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
It must have been Emma I saw in my vision.
I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay.
Me contaron que mi madre y su hermana conectaron tal.
I've got a question that might seem a little bit strange.
I'm listening.
If I said go beyond the nightmare, would that ring any bells?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
It might be a place, I don't know where, but it's a lead.
You ought to ask His Eminence. He knows the house and its estate very well, being a frequent visitor here.
Thanks for the advice.
Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Contárselo.
Emily, there's something else.
Go on then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly.
Honesto. Le has contado a mí tus dudas sobre el comportamiento de tu madre con Emily.
It's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can. It seems that your mother tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book, so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
¿Sabe por qué? ¿Quién se lo ha dicho?
How did you find out?
Sir Gregory told me on my arrival.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see. Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
But hardly had we arrived when he set upon Monsieur Peru.
Pero conforme ha llegado, ha arremetido contra... ¿Por qué?
And what has Monsieur Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds.
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined.
What? Oh, no.
The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before.
How dare they?
Oh, dear.
Oh, as if it...
Gracious.
Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote! Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Gentlemen, Duchess, we're all among people of reputable company here. We should be able to manage the conflicts of our nations in a respectful and orderly manner.
I fully agree with you, sir.
But
That's enough, sir.
with whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Louis Maras de Richet.
Are you related to Sarah de Richet?
Sarah is his mother, Duke. Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm. It's not the first time history has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured. The response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you, too. Of course.
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Hear you speak, it sounds like you and my mother were close.
Let's say I hold your mother in high esteem, yes. We were even planning to work together.
That's what he was getting at.
Did she tell you about our arrangement?
The cat's out of the bag now. More or less, but please do refresh my memory.
Yes, of course. Nothing of great importance in itself.
Pues está bastante
During
preocupado.
one of our discussions, she spoke of an old book which might have been of interest to me, and she had agreed to let me have it.
A book about what?
Ancient occultism. As you are aware, I am a doctor of theology. You might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
No. No.
The least one can say is that he doesn't beat around the bush. Sarah never travels without a few books. What does the one you're looking for look like exactly?
It resembles a grimoire. It's divided into 7 parts, each one individually locked. It was made in such a way that if someone tried to tamper with it, the sheets would be permanently tarnished. It's a unique copy. There's only one.
The mere mention of it makes his face light up. Well, I'll take a closer look, but I can't promise you anything. You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchardt in Paris. Do you know him?
Indeed. One of your close friends?
No, not really, but we were close once. Precisely over the case that concerns us now, because he claimed to have the book I'm looking for.
Another dishonest person. What can you say? Can't trust anyone these days, huh?
No, you can't.
I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Volner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, What if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Volner. You're the one who von Burchert was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess. Lord Mortimer.
Oh, you are way off the mark. There's nothing more for us to say. Goodbye.
¿Qué me han dado, tío? No sé qué coño me han dado, tío.
Hey, these look like pages taken from an ancient
Muy buena.
encyclopedia. There's a pattern with 5 circles on this chest. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. I have no space left. I'll retrieve it later. Chronicles of the Amber Princes. As I recall, Dorkin was my favorite character.
¿Vale? Qué lástima, tío, que no haya sido las hierbas estas que necesitamos o la otra o las otras plantas, tío, la miel esta, tío. Hubiera sido la polla. Porque vamos muy pelados, ¿eh? Pero bastante. Hostia, hablando del rey de Roma. Joder. Vale. Pero nos beneficia mucho terminar el capítulo este. Vamos a hablar con Napoleón.
May I speak with you a moment?
May we?
Does expression "go beyond the nightmare" mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed.
That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
Vale. Vale. Pues...
Well, I'll be leaving you
Pues
now.
muy bien, pues
Shall
muchas
we meet
gracias,
up again
tío.
later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
Vale. No se ve mal tío, este hombre. Para nada. No se ve mal tío. Vale. ¿Puedo salir fuera? No. Aquí no hay nada. A ver qué se cuenta la gente. Vale. A ver. Niña. Dulce niña. Hola ahí. Vale, a ver. Aquí no hay nada. Vamos a hablar con este hombre.
Ah, Louis. Just the man. Good Lord. How did the king come to be executed? I would think that the order would have intervened.
Your Eminence, I haven't been following the case. I'm sure that the Order did everything in its power. Unfortunately, you know the situation in Paris, and, well, it's chaotic at best. Anything can happen in those revolutionary tribunals.
The king is the official representative of God on earth, my son.
Your Eminence, France has become a secular state. The king was just another citizen.
Claro.
He refused to admit his errors, looked down upon them, and attempted to escape. What did he expect?
France has lost all reason, Louis.
I invite you to speak about it with my mother as soon as she reappears.
Is there any news of her?
I hope it won't be long before I find her, Your Eminence.
Now you wanted to speak to me.
Sí. Lo del tema de la pesadilla.
If I say the nightmare to you, does it make you think of anything?
Your question is strange, my son. Difficult to say. Could you at least tell me a little more about the context?
Think of a place and tell me the first thing that comes into your mind when I say the nightmare.
Let me think. I'd say Lord Mortimer's favorite painting on the wall behind his desk. You know, that painting caused quite a stir when it was exhibited. It is titled The Nightmare, and it shows a woman lying down with a creature sitting on her. And in the background, a horse. I don't know if it will be of any help, but I can't think of anything else.
You never know. Thank you for that, though, Your Eminence. I gotta go and see it just in case, though.
Vale.
Thank you for everything, Your Eminence. I shan't take up any more of your time.
You are welcome, my son. I will be seeing you, Louis.
Vale. Pues listo. Ya está.
All right. I've retrieved Circe.
Vale. Porque aquí, biblioteca, comedor, galería de retratos. Aquí no va a haber nada en sí, ¿no?
Atrus, the Miller brothers. Mayor
Ah, pero
expressly
mira.
forbade me from reading it.
Bof. Y creo que había... No. Pues mira. Eso que no hemos llevado. Eso que nos hemos llevado, papá. Bueno, vamos de vuelta. Vamos para atrás. ¿Qué más? ¿Qué más? Mm, vale. ¿Me dará tiempo? Yo creo que sí. Vale. Creo que la subida está aquí. Sí.
So, what did my mother mean by going beyond the nightmare?
Vale. No hay nada aquí.
No, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. As if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes. It's a book on the history of the Crusades. I don't think it has any connection with my research.
No sé, Pichorra, tú has sido el que...
Might come in handy.
Supongo.
Let's take a closer look. Judging by the shape, I'd say they're Criollo cocoa beans. The chocolate of the Mayas, the rarest of the beans. Some even say they're an aphrodisiac. When a product is in fashion, people attribute all sorts of virtues to it, not to be given to animals. Dark chocolate beans, very bitter. They're greatly prized in high society.
Vale.
No, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock. As if Mortimer is fond of complicating things sometimes.
Vale.
The Nightmare painted by Fuseli in 1781. Ah, this must be what my mother was talking about. Now just need to find out what she meant by go beyond. Hey, looks like it's mounted on rails on each side. It should lift up, I think. There must be a mechanism somewhere.
En alguna parte. Encuentra el mecanismo. Ahora sí, papá.
Aha, I found it. Oh, what on earth is this? A ring lock now? Great. That's all I needed. It's a complex mechanism. Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up. It gets stuck on number 9.
El tercer se queda atascado, entonces 0. Vale.
A painting depicting the Third Crusade. It's titled Winter
Es
Before the Fall of
0.
Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Situar la escena.
The Siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre was a major conflict during the Third Crusade. Richard the Lionheart and Philip Augustus fought to take the town back. It was the Crusaders' first operation to take back the Kingdom of Jerusalem.
El último es 0. ¿Cuánto es? Es 4, ¿no? Ya está, apartarse. Da igual. Son 4. Vale, pues es algo y 0. O sea, es 1, 2, 3, 4. Es 0. Vale. ¿Cuántos cuadros hay? Puede ser que sea algo de los cuadros. Sí. A ver.
A mynah bird.
Habla con el pájaro.
Tell me the door code.
Chocolate no, chocolate no se puede.
Well, Waldo, is your master good? I don't really know what I was expecting. Sarah de Riche? Waldo, you know Sarah? What? Repeat that, Waldo. Sarah? What about Sarah? Good God, what's been happening here?
Ojo. No le puedo dar chocolate. Aquí. Vale, pero no le puedo dar. Sara está ahí.
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis.
9.
5190. That's a funny date.
Retroceder. ¿Dónde? El 9-1.
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis. 5190. That's a funny date.
9, 5, 5190.
Coup de Lance by Paul Rubens.
Vale.
This painting isn't finished, and it looks like Mortimer probably did it. Not bad, but you can't exactly say it's been done in the style of the period.
Vale.
Hey, there are 2 dates on this painting.
1154
AD and 5154 AL.
1154 y 5154. Vale.
No, what have we got here? Well, it looks like a model of a lock.
Dale. Algo más
Mortimer
por
is
aquí.
fond of complicating things sometimes. Well, I hope I never have to try and unlock it.
A ver el libro este.
Many families kept documents of their history, but I've never seen anything like this before. Such regularity in writing them up through the generations for such a long time. First time I've ever seen that. Mortimer gives considerable importance to his origins. That's undeniable. Oh, the family tree. The first William Alexander Mortimer. He was born in 1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity. Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife.
1, 2, 1, 1.
The direct descendant of William Alexander Mortimer I
1195.
was born in 1195 on his father's return from the crusade. Only son, more discreet than his father, it states that he was widely traveled. He produced only one descendant, named William Michael Mortimer. He died in 1275. There's no chapter dedicated to his mother.
1275.
Lord William Alexander Mortimer, lover of the arts and the sciences, he took up politics at an early age. After rapidly becoming influential, he decides to retire from public life in order to organize conferences reserved for the elite with the aim of finding answers to world problems. Blah, 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 blah. He's also an only son, and the book doesn't mention any known descendant. All right. For one, the women of the lineage are not mentioned at all. What a cavalier attitude. Right. Let's see. Who else is there? Only son, a descendant with a singular name. He also took a wife and had only one child, named William again.
Vale.
Another at random. William Mortimer again.
1665.
Only son, him too. Born in 1573 and died in 1665. The Mortimers lived to a ripe old age, that's for sure. Discreet again. The summary states that he was an excellent merchant, and that towards the end of his life, he entered politics?
Vale.
This seems to be the list of grants and sponsorships given by the Mortimer family.
Uf, pereza. Ya está. Vale. Vale. Ok.
It's a complex mechanism. Looks like the third ring is a bit seized up. It gets stuck on number 9.
Se queda atascado en el número 9. Vale, me la juego. Vale, la voy a jugar aquí. Y un 5. Sí.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Vale. Vale, pues 5190. Cinco uno nueve cero.
Damn it. It doesn't work. 5,190. I was pretty sure it was right. Maybe I didn't use the right dating system.
Quizás no he utilizado ¿el qué? ¿El sistema de números correcto? $1905.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
1950. 1950.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
1950 no es. $1590.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Vale, pues es aquí va el 0. Entonces pues es 1905.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
1509.
Well,
Me cago en
I
mi
got it
puta
wrong.
madre,
It
por
doesn't
ejemplo.
matter.
Pues voy a poner otra vez 519. Cinco uno 9 0.
Damn it. It doesn't work.
Mierda, no funciona. Sí,
5,190.
estaba seguro que tenía razón.
I was pretty
Quizás no he
sure it was
utilizado el
right.
sistema
Maybe I
de
didn't use the right
fechas
dating
correcto.
system.
El sistema de fechas correcto. El sistema de fechas correcto.
William Alexander Mortimer I, the 12th month of Anno Lucis, 5,190. That's a funny date.
Cinco uno nueve. No he utilizado el sistema correcto.
got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
¿1950?
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
1590. 1590. 1000. 1590. 1950. 1095. 1095.
Well,
Vale.
I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Vale, me he equivocado. Entonces pongo 1095. 1095. 1095. Vale. Cero. Tiene que haber 5190. 5 1509.
Well,
Vale.
I got it wrong.
1509.
It doesn't matter.
¿Cuánto? 1509. $509. ¿Y si es 0, 0? No creo, ¿no? Cero. Cinco. No, 1, 5.
Well, I got it wrong.
Vale,
It
9,
doesn't
1,
matter.
5. 0, 9, 1, 5. 0, 9, 1, 5. Vale. Vale, a ver. Este tío, ¿de qué época puede ser, tío? Tú eres de...
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter. Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
509 tampoco. Claro, porque el 1 no estaba. Tiene que haber un 1. Si no, no funciona.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't
1590.
matter.
1590. 1950. Que no va a ser, pero bueno. El 95. Como el 9, la tercera. La tercera con el 9. 5, 0, 0, 0, 1, 9, 5, 0, 1, 9, 5.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
0, 1, 9, 5. 0, 1, 9, 5. Vale. Y aquí estaba. ¿Y si pongo 0, 9, 1, 5? 0, 9, 1, 5. Al revés. 0, 9, 1, 5.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't
0,
matter.
1, 9, 5 no es. 0, 1, 9, 5. 0, 9. 0, 9, 1. 0, 9, 1, 5. Vale. Mil quinientos nueve. 1509. Sí, lo he puesto ya. Y si es 0, 195. 0, 195 lo he puesto. Y si es 9, 9, 5, 9, 1, 0, 5.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
9. Tío, que he gastado todos los putos bolis, macho. Eso es bueno. Pero me cago en la puta. 9105. Vale, perfecto. Nueve, uno, 9105. 9105. 9105. 5. La fecha de tu humor. 5. 5. 910. 5901. 5. 5. 9 0 1.
Well, I got it wrong.
Vale.
It doesn't matter.
5 9 0 1. 5 5 0 5 0 9 1.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
5 0 5 0 9 1. 5 0 9 1. Joder. 5 1 0 9.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
5 0 1. Vale. No pasa nada. Vale, vamos allá. ¿Cómo se llama el pavo este?
William Alexander
William
Mortimer the
Alexander.
First, the 12th month of Anna Lucis.
William
5,190. That's a funny date.
Alexander. Primero.
Oh, the family tree.
Vale.
All right.
William
For one,
Alexander.
the women of the lineage are not mentioned at all. What a cavalier attitude. Right. Let's see. Who else is there?
No.
The first William Alexander Mortimer. He was born in 1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity. Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife.
Espérate. ¿Cómo? Tío, de verdad. Estoy...
The first William Alexander Mortimer. He was born in 1131 and distinguished himself during the Third Crusade, during which he rubbed shoulders with Richard the Lionheart. He showed outstanding bravery during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre. He died in 1211 in the country of Westford at the age of 80. What longevity. Nice. Nothing is mentioned about his wife.
$80. Vale. 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 1. 1, 1, 3, 1. 1, 1, 3, 1. 1, 1, 3, 1. Bueno. 5, 5. 1. 1, 9, 5. 1, 1, 9, 5. 1, 1, 9, 5.
Well, I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Vale, 1, 1, 9, 5 no es. 1, 1, 5, 9. No, 5, 9, 9, porque es muy viejo. Es viejo ya. Es viejo ya, tío. Vale. Pues ya no hace. 1, 1. 3, 1.
Well,
¿Vale?
I got it wrong. It doesn't matter.
Aquí nace. Aquí nace. 60 años.
Open sesame.
Su puta madre, tío. Su puta madre, tío.
Let's see what you've been hiding, Lord Murderer.
Joder, tío. John Adam.
Honey, I couldn't have hoped for better. Moreover, it shows a fair number of sea voyages being organized towards the American continent. No doubt with slaves. How many men are broken in this trade? Tens of thousands each year, according to what people say. Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore.
Pastor. De manipulación.
He says it is possible.
¿Pero por qué? Vale.
To drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in.
Al final era 1901. O sea, era 1901. 1901. ¿Y por qué el 5? ¿Y por qué el 5? El 5 que era para distraer. Si era 5190, al final era 1161. 1161. ¿Cuánto me he pegado? Media hora, ¿no? Para descubrirlo. Perfecto. Increíble. Este juego... Lo de este juego es... ¡Buah! Madre de Dios.
This shows the forces present in America.
Vale. Mohamed. Vale, esto es gente... O sea, esto es realmente para que sepamos que este hombre está asociado a literalmente casi todo el mundo. Más que... ¿Sabes? Más que otra cosa.
It's locked.
Hombre, a ver. Abierta no está. Me dan de todo menos lo que necesito. Literalmente la vida. La vida, la vida, la vida. Veamos si tienes el coraje para enfrentarte a mí a solas.
This is my mother's writing. I've picked up her trail. What is she up to? Obviously, she wants to lure Mortimer somewhere, but where? The only clue she's left for Mortimer is this stone sword. It must be
El
intentional.
jardín o algo.
Looks like a decorative sword, like from a statue, for example. And judging by the state of it, I'm guessing it's been left outside for a long time. I have absolutely got to find out where it came from.
Espada de piedra. Vale. Encuentra a tu madre. Yo creo que tiene que ser algo en el exterior.
Preservation using formaldehyde.
Just as disgusting as ever.
Librito. Humani Corpus. Humani Corpus. Humani Corporis, perdón. Vale, es ciencia.
Something strange about this table.
Es
Little surgeon's
de
perfect
cirugía,
collection.
claro. Sí. Ciencia. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? Ah, coño, aquí. Ciencia. Inmunidad a ciencia. Inmunidad a ciencia. Esta es la mama. Esta seguramente esté muerta. Este no hemos hablado con él todavía. Este es el puto asesino de mierda. Pero, jaja, soy gilipollas. Vale, psicología. Este hombre, literalmente no hemos hablado con él todavía. Este tío es muy bueno. Este lo tenemos caladísimo. Este somos nosotros. Esta la tenemos. Está bastante bien ya descubierta. Este hombre tal.
Looks like obsidian or onyx. It must weigh a ton.
Pues ya ves.
These are feathers.
Lo más.
Pigeon, probably. A skeleton by the name of Gustav, if the plaque on the plinth is anything to go by.
Dioses del Olimpo.
That must be for writing the homing pigeon messages. An iron mask. I wonder who it's for.
Espero que para nosotros no. Llave con el símbolo de fuego.
A chest with a motif representing the alchemical symbol of fire.
Llave con el símbolo del agua. Monedas de colección.
Honey, the remedy of the gods. Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now we all know what that's for. I'm a little surprised at Mortimer. I didn't seem as the type to be organizing little pagan parties, invoking occult powers, and dancing naked under the full moon. I'm more used to seeing cheap charms like this sold by charlatans in Pré Saint-Gervais. Some goat skulls, chicken legs. Now look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me. It is a typical draw in a line that answers a specific question. To the left, temperance, that announces a reward for one who patiently waits before taking any action. And in the middle, the chariot, which symbolizes triumph and business success. To the right, the emperor evokes a future full of power and stability. Three rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long. Am I seeing things, or is that an actual von Leeuwenhoek microscope? Incredible. Mortimer really is at the cutting edge of science. Even at the Order, it took us ages to get one of those. A table of alchemical elements. So, Lord Mortimer also studies alchemy? It seems like he's interested in everything. Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Tremor. He says, it is possible to drill an idea into someone by constant daily repetition until the mind gives in. And goes on, there are hundreds of good ways to live life, but you only need one to convince the masses that it's the only one possible. It shows the forces present in Europe. It's clear that France is surrounded by her enemies. However, a large number has been underlined in bold.
26 millones.
26 million. I know what it is. It's an estimation of my country's population. All our neighbors have far fewer inhabitants.
Vale. ¿Qué más, tío? Porque aquí ya no hay nada. Es de agua. Nada de esto de agua. No me puedo ir, ¿verdad?
Oh, shit. How am I gonna get out of here now?
¿Vale?
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side. Looks like the same as the one on the other side. Whoa, whoa. If the grid closes a bit more every time I enter a wrong date, I'd better not mess up again. It doesn't seem to be working.
It's locked. Something strange about this table.
Símbolo de agua.
Three rusty old nails. They're about 20 centimeters long.
Some goat skulls, chicken legs.
Look, a pack of tarot cards. Has he been reading the cards? Mortimer? That would surprise me. Preservation using formaldehyde. Just as disgusting as ever.
No hay nada más, tío.
Weakness of the Human Psyche by Guillaume Trimore.
Es América, ¿no? Sí. Cero, 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 pues. 1, 1, 6. No, era 1, 1, 1. 9. 1.
This looks like the same mechanism as the one on the other side.
Baja la palanca. ¿Qué? ¿En serio?
The wheels are stuck. Shit! I'm cornered like a rat.
Era 1161. No 91.
Someone's coming. Please don't let it be Mortimer. Who is it?
Deliberately avoiding me. 4 years ago, I was his favorite. But nowadays, I have to ask for an audience with his lordship.
Damn it! It's Peru.
Quedarse callado.
I don't know if I should, but
Well, that's it. I've had enough of being humiliated.
I'm wasting my time here.
After everything I've done on his behalf, he dares treat me like a lackey?
Quedarse callado.
I've bled the Parisian elite for the sake of his whims, and what have I got to show for it? Doesn't even have the courtesy to give me 5 minutes of his time. I wanted to put my mind at ease. Well, that's done. I know what I've got to do now.
I must find my mother. So much for discretion.
No!
Monsieur Peru, it's me, Monsieur de
What the
Riche.
devil is going
I
on?
need your help.
Where are you, Deriche?
Behind the painting. Open it, please. I've shut myself in. There's a pedal under Lord Mortimer's desk. Can you see it?
There's no... Hang on. Yes.
Good. Now press it.
Yeah. Done.
You should see something resembling a frame with numbers. Yes? You have to turn them to set the combination.
1191.
1191.
Yeah.
Well. Poking our nose into Mortimer's little secrets, are we? You do surprise me.
It's not what you're thinking. I'll explain everything.
No, you will not, sir. It has nothing to do with me, and by the way, I never even saw you. So, I'll be on my way now.
Thanks again.
Le debo
I'm
una.
indebted to you. I won't forget this.
Yeah. Goodbye.
I've wasted enough time. Better get moving
Perdón.
if I want to find my mother.
Qué cagada, tío. Qué putada, tío. Ah, a 20 de un nivel. A 20 de un puto nivel, tío. Vale. Una aquí. Nivel 1, nivel 1, nivel 1. Nivel 1. Vale. Somos nivel ya todo. Perfecto. Vale. Y... Vale. Y la siguiente que... Bueno, lo siguiente que es esto. Lingüística y regresión. Variedad. Muy bien. Me leo este. Tiene que me da 3 puntos. Perfecto.
This note is about a meeting with Lord Mortimer. There's no doubt about it. All right, I need to find out where the sword that came with it's from in order to find Mother.
¿Ah, sube? Sube todo. Ahí está. Ya está. A ver. Tal, Fatotum. Obtengo una habilidad tal. Perfecto. Aprendí. Tu experiencia aumenta en un 5%. Bueno, ya está. Vale, ¿qué más? Ya. ¿Y qué más? Claustrofóbico. Ahora. Ay. Ahora. Aquí. Hacer el estudio. Ahora, engaño cuesta un punto más de fuerza. Me encanta. Me encanta. Sí. Ya.
You're joking, I hope. Don't tell me you've done that.
Really? How do you expect me to guess?
Oh, for God's sake, just ask them.
Buscar a madre.
Well,
Pity, but I've got no time to lose.
El arte del cerrajero.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Me pide 4. Me cago en la puta que parió, tío. Notas misteriosas. Notas misteriosas. Puede que sea...
I am sorry, sir, but the conference room is under preparation and is consequently inaccessible to guests.
Perfecto.
Could you perhaps help me?
What can I do for you, sir?
Where did this sword come from?
From the garden, sir. That sword belongs to one of the statues in the garden.
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it, sir.
¿Dónde coño es esto, tío?
The Song of Roland.
Yo
Roland
quiero ir al
feels his
jardín.
death is near. His brain is oozing by either ear. With his brain oozing, it's...
Le den por culo al Washington.
The sword probably came from this garden, but what could it have been used for?
Vale. ¿Qué hora es? La 1:30. Voy a dejarlo aquí.
Icarus.
Ícaro. Ícaro no tenía espada.
The son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After flying too close to the sun, they came unstuck and he fell to his death. Pity. Well, let's keep going.
Vale.
Golden elixir.
Elixir dorado. ¿Qué es?
Honey, the remedy of the gods.
You again? God damn it, are you following me?
Wouldn't dream of it, sir.
What brings you here?
I tell you what I'm looking for, Monsieur Peru. Will you promise to keep it to yourself?
Hell no. And anybody who gives you a promise like that is an unmitigated liar. Trust no one, Monsieur de Richet, or you'll soon be a dead man. I bid you good luck. You'll need it.
¡Qué la puta que parió! No paro de cagarla con este hombre, tío. ¡Qué coraje!
Pasiphae, daughter of Perseus and sister of Circe. She married Minos and became the queen of Crete. She has no cracks. She has no cracks. All right, well, let's continue anyways.
No tiene ninguna grieta. ¿Qué pasa con eso?
I wonder what this kiosk is doing in the middle of the garden. Too cramped to be able to do much. Well, there must be something going on there. What is that? It's like a sort of opening mechanism. Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby-trapped. There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs. Knowing Mortimer, I bet it's booby-trapped. There's a little hole at the fingers. I'm pretty sure if I get it wrong, I'll get pricked. Damn you, Mortimer. Reminds me of traps I studied in Egyptian tombs. looks like this slab moves. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if there was a passageway underneath it. It's up to the just to deliver judgment. Truth unlocks all possibilities.
Al, al justo corresponde dictar sentencia. La verdad abre todas las puertas. La verdad abre todas las puertas. Llave del símbolo de la tierra.
Daedalus. He's the architect of the labyrinth, and if I'm not mistaken, he's also the father of Icarus. Hey, there's a crack in this statue too. Right. Well, we'll soon see.
Vale, si la quito, ¿qué?
Daedalus. Alright, let's try again. You never know. Theseus, son of Aegeus. He's the one who slayed the Minotaur. Looks like a crack has been made on his torso. It's as long as a finger. I'd say between 6 and 8 centimeters. Theseus.
Hello.
Let's try something else instead. Minos. Son of Zeus and Europa. If I remember correctly, he was the king of Crete. Married to Pasiphae, he had many children, including the famous Ariadne, whom history remembers for her thread. Hey, there's a crack in that statue. His gesture sealed his fate.
¿Eh?
His gesture sealed his fate.
Su gesto selló su destino.
The crack is in the region of the heart.
Es aquí.
Minos.
Sacarlo. Vale.
Asterion. It is rare to see him like this. In general, he's represented with the head of a bull, with the features of the Minotaur.
The famous son of Minos and Pasiphae.
statue has a crack in it. Right. We'll soon see.
Vale, voy a jugar y voy a pulsar. Son 3 espadas, tío. Muerto.
What's wrong?
Impulsivo. Un muerto.
Either I'm imagining things or my hand was pricked. It had poison on it. My head. I feel hot.
Me cago en la puta que parió Cristo. Tío, vamos a ver.
Asterion.
Al final del todo. Ahí.
Daedalus.
Observa la grieta.
Hey, there's a crack in this statue too.
Introducir. Bueno, y es que... Es que este ni entra, tío.
Daedalus. All right, let's try again. You never know.
Tiene que entrar entera, ¿no? Y es que a este hombre... Este es Ícaro, esta, ahí teníamos mirada. A este hombre le atraviesa todo el pecho.
Theseus. Looks like a crack has been made on his torso.
Entra entera. Sí, prácticamente sí. Tiene que entrar entera.
Theseus.
Sacar espada.
Let's try something else instead.
Aquí
Minos.
Aquí entra entera.
The crack is in the region of the heart.
Prácticamente sí.
Minos.
Vale, sacar la espada. Aquí no es. Ícaro. Ícaro no puede
Icarus.
ser, tío.
The son of Daedalus and Nocrate. Impossible to mistake him with those wings. After flying too close to the sun, they came unstuck and he fell to his death. Pity. Hey, there's no crack here. Well, let's keep going.
Vale, ahí... Y la mujer tampoco. Mujer de ahí tampoco. ¿Este hombre? Shh, oye, ¿qué hace?
Carmelite water will give me a little
Vale.
reprieve. Ariadne. In Greek mythology, she helped Theseus get through the labyrinth. Looks like there's a crack in the region of the heart.
I guide the sword that will kill the monster.
Yo guío... Vale. Yo guío al monstruo. Vale. Pues venga. Va para allá. Va para el segundo lobo. Segundo lobo. Vale. Segundo lobo. Hay que acercarse al segundo lobo. Vale. Muy bien. Por acá. Vale, sigue para acá. Va por aquí. De aquí, va por aquí. De aquí, va por aquí. Y de ahí. Vale, de aquí va aquí. Y de aquí va aquí. De aquí termina.
Theseus.
Es aquí.
Looks like a crack has been made
Es
on his
aquí.
torso.
Es aquí 100%. Listo. ¿En serio? Pues nada, gente, lo voy a dejar. Faltan 20 minutos. O sea, es que tengo que preparar todas las cosas. No sé, la verdad. O sea, si sigue todo, llega aquí y de aquí termina para acá y de allí va para allá, y termina aquí. Pues mira, chico. Porque otra cosa no es. Bueno, ya está. Nada. Laberinto, aquí. Nos quedamos aquí. Nada, gente. Putada, cagada tras cagada, tras cagada, tras cagada. O sea, increíble. Pero bueno, es lo que hay. Así que nada, un besito y nos vemos, no sé si mañana, esta tarde, no lo sé.